Okay. Thank you for your patience. I've been able to send the class straight on Facebook, on YouTube, sorry. So we move on. So as I'm explaining to you guys, it's quite clear that we should think bullish for the DXY. Donc, après notre première vague, on a eu un rétrécissement. So after our first wave, that I'm demarcating with the red line or with the red structure, we had a first push from that price level. I also understand that this price level that you saw here, this market movement, that's the first push to the upside. J'indique bien le structure. Voici le structure haussière ici. Cette réjection haussière qu'on a eue ici, c'est parce que le marché a réagi dans ce point d'intérêt qu'on a pu détecter sur le graphique de une semaine sur l'index de dollar américain. J'espère que l'autre là est bien clair. Maintenant, en même temps, cette réaction a été poussée par le marché. This market was pushed because we had a local support structure here. It was quite normal for us to see this local support structure reacting. The next thing that I'm going to be checking is what is going to be attracting a pullback. Donc, après cette vague-ci là, le marché a fait un rétrécissement. Et le rétrécissement s'attire uniquement par un point d'intérêt. Donc, je vais examiner, soit vérifier le point d'intérêt qui attire le marché vers le bas. Et où est-ce que cet rétrécissement sur l'index de dollar américain peut arrêter? En faisant cela, I'll be forced to go down on smaller time frame to check the price action on the smaller time frames. Donc, je serai obligé d'aller sur le petit time frame pour vérifier le price action que je peux voir. Déjà, je peux regarder sur le graphique de une journée et sur le graphique de une journée, je vois bien clair un point d'intérêt ici qui est clé. À un premier vue, on a eu deux points. For a first view, we saw this price level here. That was the first point of interest, and the market reacted there. This was more of a falling tree method. Donc, c'est un schéma de continuation. On les appelle the falling tree method. So it's a continuation pattern where a retracement goes on with a lot of difficulties. Then, looking further, the next point of interest that I could see was an indecision candle that got formed to create a base. This indecision candle or this equilibrium candle took place right here. Also, we also need to know that this particular price level here was a key player in this particular view. So, le deuxième point d'intérêt s'infiltre ici. Le troisième point d'intérêt que je vois ici, c'est le bullish engulfing. Donc, c'est un emballement haussière que je vois pratiquement ici. Donc, déjà, j'ai trois points auxquels je peux acheter le marché. Voici mon troisième point, le deuxième point, et voici la troisième point. So we had three price levels where we could look for a turnover right there. Selecting the best price level, we could impute the technique of Fibonacci retracement to actually validate from which retracement level we should consider. Donc, pour considérer le meilleur point d'intérêt tout d'abord, on peut filtrer. On peut aller sur, on a deux moyens pour filtrer notre point d'intérêt. Notre première méthode, c'est de changer le graphique pour avoir un higher time frame, pour voir si ce que je suis en train de voir actuellement se retrouve aussi sur le graphique peut-être de une semaine, parce que je suis sur le graphique de une journée. Donc, je pouvais aller sur le graphique de une semaine pour vérifier si le point d'intérêt se retrouve là, soit sur le graphique de un mois. Voilà la toute première méthode que je peux utiliser. La deuxième méthode qu'on peut utiliser ici, c'est de filtrer avec quoi? D'utiliser aussi le Fibonacci retracement et considérer notre point d'intérêt à 61% ou à 78% de retracement. So we had two basic methods which we could use to validate which point of interest is more reliable. We could use the Fibonacci retracement method, which we could consider as 61% or 78% retracement as a zone where we could get the perfect point of interest for a good reaction. We could also consider switching on the higher time frame to check if that particular point of interest is visible on the higher time frame or not. So right here, if I switch to the daily time frame, I'm just gonna check. And when I switch to the daily time frame, you guys can see clearly for yourself that the third point of interest is not really that visible. So I can get away with the third one. Donc, le troisième n'était pas vraiment visible comme un point d'intérêt. Donc, je vous ramène vers là. Vous voyez vous-même, le troisième point d'intérêt, qui est cette zone, n'est pas vraiment visible comme un point d'intérêt. Donc, on peut finir par éliminer cela. Vous comprenez? On peut éliminer cela et ça veut dire que quoi? On efface le gars ici. Deuxième chose, lorsqu'on regarde un peu plus clair, notre point d'intérêt ici, je vais changer sa couleur un peu en rouge. Tu vois, un peu en oui. Notre point d'intérêt qui est en rouge est bien et belle visible comme un chandelier de bullish engulfing, soit un order block, par exemple. Donc, c'est encore visible. Donc, notre deuxième point d'intérêt est plus solide que ce qu'on a vu à troisième lieu. Donc, on considère, on peut rentrer sur le graphique de une journée. So, we consider that, and we can go back to the daily time frame. So, here we are, and the first thing we saw on our first point of interest that is that we had an inducement that bring forward the BTMM strategy. Donc, on a ce qu'on appelle une mitigation ici, qui vient avec la stratégie de BTMM. Donc, la stratégie de BTMM indique quoi? Lorsque j'ai mon point d'intérêt, j'aimerais voir le marché venir réagir sur ça, peut-être sur le point d'intérêt, mais pas à 50%. Soit ça vient réagir proche de lui pour créer notre sens de BTMM, comme vous voyez ici. Donc, BTMM se crée là, qui maintenant peut donner assez de liquidité à cette structure. Et lorsque le marché revient vers là, en temps normal, il y a de la liquidité juste en bas ici, et les gens ont pu commencer à acheter avant le temps. Le marché vient avec cette mèche taper dans notre point d'intérêt pour valider notre point d'intérêt. So this market actually validated the point of interest here, and this was quite clear. So this is the next move that gave me a bullish sentiment for the DXY. So from here, what I'll be checking further is what? I'll be checking further now the movement back to the upside. Donc, lorsque j'ai cette réaction-ci, l'autre chose que je dois faire maintenant, c'est de pouvoir chercher à acheter le marché qui est en train de vouloir remonter. En faisant ceci, c'est simple à faire. Donc, il n'y a pas de complication ici. C'est simple à faire ceci. Qu'est-ce que je peux faire? D'abord, je vais, excusez-moi, sorry for the cough. C'est vraiment grave. Hein? La toux ne nous laisse pas. So, getting to in our POI, we're now going to actually monitor this movement back to the upside. So we are going to be monitoring this movement back to the upside. Et en ce moment, Qu'est-ce qu'on doit faire? Parce que cette vague baissière, we are going to be shifting our analysis to this wave. Because even though we conclude that this market is going to be reacting to move to the upside, it is not yet enough for us to say that it is not yet enough for us to go further and conclude that the market is just going to go up. Before there was a down wave, that we need to consider that the down wave is completely over. Donc, il y avait ce mouvement baissier-ci. Et on doit considérer que le mouvement baissier qu'on a eu était normal. Et on doit aussi assumer le fait que il faut confirmer que ce mouvement haussier est complètement fini avant qu'on peut aller maintenant en full swing. Ce que je vous explique est clair parce que beaucoup de gens veulent devenir rentables en 2026. Et pour être rentable en 2026, il faut connaître exactement comment faire des analyses techniques. Il ne faut pas vous trouver dans des situations après et vous dites, oh, le trading ne marche pas. You need to listen to me very attentively and very carefully. There is a period whereby you can get a market in full swing. There is a period where a market might not be moving in a full swing. That means it is quite important that we should note that liquidity shift is one of the things that will help us move market faster or slower. So at the moment, we had a market that was selling. It is true, market has reacted in our point of interest, but that does not automatically conclude that this market will just be going up just like that. No, this market is going to go up. That is true. But for this market to go up, the last movement that was buried must be completely changed. So we need to have a change in characteristic in the last market movement. So this market here, or this reaction in this particular POI, does not say that this market has changed to an uptrend. It's just a confirmation that the perfect change of trend to the upside can occur there without any wahala. Donc, le seuil de réaction dans notre point d'intérêt ne signifie pas à tout prix que le marché-ci va juste grimper comme les gens pensent. On doit avoir une confirmation que le mouvement baissier qu'on avait avant cette réaction est complètement fini. Et cela peut se faire en utilisant les méthodes pour confirmer le changement de tendance. So this can be done by using multiple methods to check a change in market characteristic, which is also called a change in market trend. This is important, and I want you guys to note this and stick to this. Et pour confirmer cela, qu'est-ce qu'on peut faire? Pour confirmer cela, on a juste besoin de pouvoir rassurer. On peut analyser le marché qui était baissier pour confirmer le mouvement haussier qu'on est en train de voir. Donc, j'essaie de voir. I will go farm on the 24th, for afternoon, but I will likely sleep farm on that 24th. So I will spend that like that Christmas area. So if you want to go with me on that Christmas, if that motor go flow, go first do I. There all motor be available. Sorry. So n'oublions pas, je vais vous faire please don't forget, we are to do admission to the Bell Farms for the first batch of fish training in the Bell Farms. I tell you guys that it's free. Nobody's going to be paying a dime. And we are going to be doing admission to train people there for 6 months. And we are admitting 5 persons that are going to be lodged in our premises. And please, I will be selecting the 5 people soon. So if you have a brother, a sister, a friend that you may wish that, okay, we consider training the person in fish farming, they are going to learn everything about fish farming, especially catch fish farming, from rearing fish, from doing hatchery, from smoking them. Then that means the full stage in fish farming. I personally paid more than 300,000 francs to learn fish farming, and we are doing this absolutely for free to Bell Forex community member. But please note, people that will be admitted to this must be people from Bell Forex community, or the person must have a direct link to a member of the community. A direct link like what? It could be a member of the community, daughter, son, brother, sister, direct, not far relationship. That means if you are, let's say Madam Ilian is a member of Bell Forex community and you want to refer your brother or your son or your daughter to the program, they can admit that person because you, the parent of that person, have the membership card of Bell Forex. But if you are actually inviting your friend, you who have no family link, and the person who have to go may not be admitted for the program. So that is what I wanted to remind you guys. So guys, so for me to be able to break down this particular movement or market, I may have to actually break it down to other smaller market view. So I might be forced to take this market to other smaller time frame. Like for example, I can go down to the I'm going down to a smaller time frame, and this smaller time frame that I'm going down to is let's say the 6 hours. L'objectif ici, c'est de casser le marché-ci pour la voir en détail et essayer de comprendre la manière auquel le marché se déroulait pour mieux comprendre où est-ce qu'on peut voir un changement de tendance qui est complet, qu'on peut réagir sur le prix sans toutefois avoir des difficultés. Donc, regardons, on va regarder le marché-ci en deux sens. On va regarder le marché-ci en termes de market structure pour la première fois. Donc, we are going to look at this market in terms of market structure first. So if we consider that this is the highest point in this market, then this ideology or this idea might be valid. So, looking at this particular price level here, we could say this was the highest point that the market created. But nevertheless, we cannot force this particular movement. So I would like to consider this level because we have a slight weak out. So I would say this is the highest level market created here. So moving from there, this market moved from that high to create a necessary low here. And this low that got created then move further to have a higher structure here. So this was the first swing, second level. Then this market move further to form here a Sorry, guys, the network is just trying to do me anyhow. I think that we are all there, and I will just have to. So there we are. Okay. Désolé. Sorry for the short interruption. So let's move. Hey, Junior, l'homme sérieux. C'est ça, mon gars. C'est ça, c'est ça, c'est ça. Good morning, Mr. Devini, Mr. Real Fred. Okay. Uh, so I was saying that looking at the 6 hours chart, you get, if you want to look better at the 6 hours chart, we might say that this market has not actually. Bonjour, Borel. J'espère que ça va bien. Piston. Donc, looking at the 6 hours chart, we might see that this market may have not broken this low here. So let's just check the 4 hours chart because the 4 hours chart is also a valid time frame. So on the 4 hours chart, it's still not broken. Regardez bien ce que je vous explique. Regardez bien. Écoutez-moi bien et regardez bien ce que je suis en train de vous montrer. Parce que le marché, c'est là. Lorsqu'on n'arrive pas à casser avec le corps de chandelier, ça ferme en bas de ça bien. Ça veut dire qu'on n'a pas vraiment une cassure, comme vous voyez là. Ici, lorsque ça a cassé, on a vu comment le prix a bien fermé en bas. Donc ici, là, ça peut être juste une petite manipulation pour nous tromper. Voilà la première chose que je vais vous dire. Et ceux qui vont se retrouver dans le yigi ici, là, hein, dans le problème, c'est là. Parce qu'on a déjà regardé sur le graphique de. Regardons un peu sur 3 heures, voir. Sur 3 heures, ça forme quelque chose comme la liquidité. Mais moi, je considère beaucoup plus 4 heures. Pour 4 heures. Et je me renvoie sur 4 heures. Je considère bien que le structure n'a pas encore été cassé. Et ceux qui vont considérer le graphique de 3 heures vont se retrouver en mettant quelque chose ici là. Ils vont dire qu'on a déjà un choke. Beaucoup de gens vont dire ici qu'on a déjà un choke. Ici, c'est le build-up. Donc, ici, ce serait là où le marché va se construire pour la liquidité et plus de liquidité. Donc, j'aimerais qu'on rentre sur le graphique de 4 heures, comme on est déjà sur le graphique de 4 heures, et on va dire qu'en fonction de cette méthode, pour qu'on ait un changement de tendance réel et considérable, il faudrait que le marché casse cette dernière structure loin ici. Donc, for us to have a chokes, then the market has to break this green structure here. That's what I would consider. And I'm going to also consider that the last move was here. So this is what we consider. Donc, je considère ceci. Et même sur le graphique de 6 heures, on voit qu'on n'a pas vraiment un cas sûr. Donc, c'est juste une vague qui a plus élargie. So, looking on the market structure, the DXY have not changed into a bullish movement, but we have seen a bullish rejection on the DXY. Donc, en fonction du graphique de dollar, de l'index de dollar américain, le dollar d'index américain a vu un rétrécissement, soit un réjection haussière, mais ça n'a pas encore changé pour une tendance haussière. Voilà ce que aussi je veux qu'on tienne compte. Donc, malgré que ça a pu changer comme ça, mais on n'a pas encore changé pour, le tendance n'a pas encore changé complètement. So, this is what we get. Now, la prochaine chose que je pouvais faire ici, c'est d'utiliser. Bonjour, Monsieur Thierry. Si c'est la première fois que vous participez au cours, ça veut dire que vous devez suivre les procédures normales pour vous faire former à Belle Forex, pour suivre la formation normale. Et vous pouvez nous contacter sur le numéro que je vais laisser ici et pour vous inscrire pour la formation complète chez Belle Forex. Nous avons des formations en présentiel et formations en ligne. Mais actuellement, on n'a aucune formation en présentiel qui se déroule. Donc, vous pouvez m'écrire sur WhatsApp sur le site 676. Écrivez-moi sur WhatsApp après le cours pour vous inscrire pour la formation. La formation dès 2026 serait à $250. Mais si vous vous inscrivez avant 2026 à notre formation, vous pouvez payer jusque 75 000 francs CFA. Donc, voilà mon numéro. Vous pouvez m'écrire. Okay, Mr. Friedman, BTMM is a trading strategy that we use in our trading. It's an inducement technique that permits the market to create the liquidity that is needed to move. So in this case, we are seeing that we are still in a bearish momentum on the DXY. That means we have not yet changed completely. We have here pro, retracement, pro, retracement, pro, retracement. Now it's like you want to move to a sell. So now we find ourselves inside the XY, and there is a huge possibility that this market is going to still move down a little bit in search of liquidity. Donc le marché s'y peut encore chuter un peu pour chercher la liquidité ici avant de partir finalement. En cette cas-ci, je veux garder ceci avec nous. I'm going to keep this. I'll keep this in the community. So I'll give a better image of this. Je vais garder ça. So I hope you guys have seen how we went on the and how we concluded. 1 minute, guys. Please just give me like 10 minutes, 5 minutes, please. I will be back. So just stay connected, please. Donnez-moi 5 minutes. Je serai là. Restez connectés, s'il vous plaît. Okay, sorry for the delay. Sorry. I had my dad calling from the village for an important issue. And anytime he has been calling me, I've not been available. So I just had to pick this call. Thank you guys for your patience. So this is exactly what I was like looking at so far here. Then, well, hello, Pa. How about? So guys, as I was saying, there's no sound. Normally, I was trying to check one or two. So looking at this particular key level here, I was looking at the current price of interest. At this point, we have this accumulation area where the market have reacted. Then when we go further on the 3 hours on this on the 8 hours, on the 12 hours. So on the 12 hours, we have a fair value gap, which is more significant for us, like a little bit more significant. So I'm considering that this market is going to be reacting more on the fair value gap, a deeper fall like this, a deeper fall because there's a fair value gap here. Yeah, and fair value gap, you see, there's fair value gap here. And why am I considering this fair value gap instead of this? Because here the fair value gap is more visible on the 12 hours chart, whereas this other one is just more of a liquidity week, which is not that visible. That is not like giving us the vibe that we are talking about here. So this fair value gap is a target. So from everything I'm seeing, the market is simply just trying to pull out people's leg into getting in for a quicker sell. Then again, when I put out my Fibonacci retracement, it is clear to me that this market has not yet gotten a 60% or a 50% retracement. Donc, le marché n'a pas encore fait un retracement de 50%. Donc, on va voir ici parce qu'il y a une zone de 61% à 78%. There's a Fibonacci zone here that is very imperative. So we need to consider that zone. We don't need to joke with the zone. So this Fibonacci zone is very, very imperative, very important for this market here. So this is the zone. So if I'm to look at this market, this is what I get. So market reacting, and possibly there is slight liquidity being built here ahead of this point of interest. So there's a slight liquidity being built here. So I would say this is BTMM. In this regard, this is already giving me a clear direction of where the market can actually potentially buy to before it sell. So if I'm to take a sell on this guy, then I'll be considering doing it a little bit up from this price level. So I'll be considering it here, and it's going to be a very big movement. It's going to be a very big movement. So if I'm to take a sell here, so this is what I'll be considering for the DXY. So that is my view for the DXY, and I'll be sharing it on Telegram. So DXY sell point. So that's what me I will considering for the DXY as a sell point. So please, if you have anything to contribute about this particular look, then you can share in the comment section, please. Si vous avez des contributions à faire par rapport à ce que je viens de faire, vous pouvez partager avec moi. So, are you guys okay with the analysis? Any objection, any complaint, or anything? Are you guys all okay with it? Hey, Monsieur Charlie. So in this sense, we are going to be targeting another asset, which is going to be Euro USD. In relationship with what the DXY is supposed to do, because we are saying that the DXY is going to We are going to be looking for a possible buy zone on the DXY. That means DXY going up. We are looking further for DXY to rally to that price level. And we are going to be buying Euro USD. So we're going to be buying Euro USD. So let's look at Euro USD in a clearer view and get a map of it to better explain what might be happening in the next couple of hours. So Euro USD has been a little bit more bearish and bullish at the same time because it seems more of a little consolidation within a particular price range. So if I were to look at this guy, then this is what I'll propose as far as Euro USD is concerned. So on the bigger picture, I'll propose you this particular pattern. So I see further that Euro USD is going to buy again deeper to the upside. And on the daily, this is what I get. So I am in a bullish bias on Euro USD. So I'm on a bullish bias for Euro USD for the long term. So this is what I get. So that's where I'm going to start with. So je commence d'abord par là. Pour Euro USD, on a bigger view, this is what I get. This Euro USD on a bigger view, right? So here we move a little bit deep, and we're going to consider the movement that has been occurring on it to the upside. So this is what we have been having. On doit considérer le mouvement haussier ici et voir où est-ce qu'on peut prendre notre position. So let me let the other people know that I'm back. Please let me know everybody. Let me know the other people to know that I'm back since I went a little bit off. Sorry. Please give me one few minutes. Let me let the other people know that we are back. So let's just give, donnons même 2-3 minutes, pardon, pour que les autres se reconnectent. Parce que lorsque j'étais pas là, les gens se sont déconnectés parce qu'ils pensaient que c'était une erreur technique. Désolé. Sorry for about that. Let's just give them the opportunity to join as well. You know, this thing is for everybody. So I think I've sent back the link. Donnons le même. Let's give them even just 2 minutes. Yeah, you know, we were about 69 of us now. We're close to 70 of us. So about 20 people got disconnected. Man, you look good. You look good, Mama. You look beautiful. So we go to school. We go to the office at put on this thing now. So I'll be teaching you about bleach, berries. Hmm? Okay. Yes, you go and do forex. Make address here and where address you go to the office, you like forex here. I will teach you candlestick here. We start trading and make money for daddy. Yes, we can send you the Telegram link here. Okay. Almost everybody is back. So sorry, for the on appelle ça quoi? So I'm sending the Telegram link for those who want to join the Telegram channel. I'll send it in the chat in the comment section. So as we're waiting for you guys, we were done with the DXY, and I'm just going to go back there to explain one or two to you. So this is a DXY, and I'll be telling you why I choose the price level I chose. I am bearish for the DXY. So I'm bearish. I'm looking forward that the DXY will go down further. That's clear. And we had two P levels. On the 9 hours chart, because it's a collective something, please, all of you should contribute. So don't go after the live, you begin to say, I thought it was this price level. So as I was explaining, this market has been moving in a swing, retracement, swing, retracement, swing, retracement. So this is a swing. So now we were in a current retracement. So for us to find out where the market can go before we can start selling, on doit vérifier les points d'intérêt sur cette structure-ci. En regardant le marché sur le structure-ci, c'est bien et bien simple que la toute première chose que je vois directement sur le graphique de 9 heures, c'est cette bullish, bearish engulfing. Donc, c'est un emballement baissière et c'est un point d'intérêt. Le marché a pu faire des mitigations sur le point-ci à plusieurs reprises et après, le marché a chuté. Maintenant, à ce qui concerne les points d'intérêt, on doit vérifier à plusieurs reprises pour confirmer que non, le marché ci peut réagir sur tel point d'intérêt, sur tel. Donc, lorsqu'on passe le graphique de 12 heures, cet emballement haussière n'est plus visible. Cet emballement baissier n'est plus visible. Ce qui est visible, c'est un quoi? Un fair value gap qui est bel et bien visible ici. Donc, I will keep that value, the fair value gap value. Et comme vous voyez, c'est elle qui est vraiment visible sur le graphique de 12 heures. Sur le graphique de 1 heure, de une journée, c'est toujours elle qui est disponible. Donc, je peux dire que le point d'intérêt qu'on voit sur le graphique de 12 heures a le potentiel de pouvoir créer un peu de la liquidité. Donc, on se retrouve que le marché-ci peut grimper. This market can go up from here. It can go up from here like that. I pass this first POI and then bounce to the second one before falling. Donc voilà ce que je pense. Et pour ajouter un peu quelque chose sur ce que je viens de vous montrer, il y a aussi une ligne de tendance ici comme ça. Le marché s'y a créé. It's also a trend line. that the DXY have created. So it is pushing this market to move more like a little channel. So somehow like a little channel. So this is what we get. So it's normal, or it is very authentic that this market have the potential or the possibility to come up and then react on this trend line and rally back to the upside. So my point of interest is a little bit up, and I share a little bit of this to say that there is possible liquidity building up right here for this market. So there's liquidity that is building up right here at this price level. So what I'm seeing here is a possible push that will clear up this liquidity from this price level. Then we are going to have now a deep fall. So this is exactly the level I'm looking at when it comes to DXY. So I also ask if you have anything to share as this is concerned. Please do not hesitate. I am all welcoming your ideas as far as this market is concerned. It's a collective market. So I will actually resend back so more detailed view on more detail view on the DXY. There's a little bit more detailed view on the DXY. So this is what I'm seeing a little bit more detailed for the DXY. In this regard, it means that the buy takeoff on Euro USD is not final. So as I was saying, that Euro USD has been caught within a consolidative a movement. So this is a clear view of what I'm talking about. So Euro USD est en train de consolider entre ces deux structures. Donc, on a eu un mouvement, on a vu ceci, on a vu un mouvement baissier et en même temps, on a vu ce mouvement haussière ici. And we have wave 1, 2, 3. So we're in a wave 4. So directly saying that Euro USD is normally in an upward momentum or an upward push. So we can say that that's what we got for Euro USD. Now we can move further to pick up the specific wave of Euro USD. On peut regarder la vague spécifique. Geoffrey is saying that, hi prof, can we do more analysis on the 4-hour time frame? We don't yet have the 9 hours and 8. Okay. So we will discount for trading view. Okay, we'll be checking trading view for discount. You look pretty, mama. Okay, but tell mama to wear a better dress. Who wore this one? Mm-hmm. It's mama. I put the glasses. So, as I'm explaining to you guys, yes, that's good. Let me get down here. So, we cannot just say that we are going to be doing analysis only on the 4 hours because you do not have, but I must use all the time frames that I can't. You understand now? Because a point of interest can be hitting on the 9 hours or on the 12 hours. So it's important. So right here, this is the upward push that we are getting. On peut analyser le mouvement-ci un peu plus spécifique pour avoir ce qui se passe, pour essayer de comprendre ce qui se passe un peu plus spécifique. Donc, on se retrouve ici. On a cette structure baissière. So we are going to be breaking down Euro USD to the best that we can. So So we get this. We get this high. Then here, we have this low here. And so this other wave here, I will consider this entire wave as an entire movement. Donc, pour euro dollar, voici ce que j'ai. So, euro dollar, I would like to consider this as an entire wave. Donc, je veux considérer le mouvement-ci comme toute une vague. Je sais pourquoi je dis ça. Parce que si on regarde bien, regardez bien, hein, regardez bien le mouvement-ci. Si vous regardez bien le chandelier, c'est là, this candle, this green candle, you guys are going to see that the market does not have any shift to the downside as per that candle is concerned. Donc, ce qui se produit dans cette bougie verte. So everything that actually occurred here occurred within this green candle. So I will not say that this particular structure here is a pullback. You get it? I will not say that this is a pullback because almost everything that occurred within that particular structure. Let me change the color. Please. Ce que je suis en train de faire là est vraiment important. Ne ratez pas l'information que je suis en train de donner ici. Parce que avec cette information que je vous donne là, ça va vous aider, ça va aider beaucoup de personnes à comprendre l'analyse technique et à pouvoir démarquer leur structure comme il faut. So, je ne peux pas dire que ça, c'est un rétrécissement. Ça, c'est juste une consolidation. Et si vous regardez, par exemple, ici derrière, like this, the market had a shift from this candle. Shift. So the market, we saw a shift, a true shift. The market went below it. So in that other scenario, a lot of people are going to be caught thinking that that is an entire wave, which is not. So for the pullback on Euro USD, we have this entire zone to look for a point of interest of pullback. On a tous ces structures-là qui cherchaient un point d'intérêt pour notre rétrécissement. Et pour faire cela, on est forcé, on est obligé de faire quoi? De changer le graphique pour avoir des différents time frames. On est sur le graphique de une journée. On peut pousser pour 12 heures. On est en train de regarder les points d'intérêt qu'on peut avoir ici. Ici, on avait cette base, mais l'explosion sur cette base n'était pas forte. The explosion from this base was not that strong. So from here, we got this consolidation. And within this consolidation, we are harboring a fair value gap. Donc, dans cette consolidation, on voit ce qu'on appelle quoi? Un fair value gap. So there's a fair value gap right here within this consolidation. So it now becomes a more favorable point to look forward for a pullback on Euro USD. So this place is more favorable. For me, if I want to consider a pullback on Euro USD, so let's move a little bit down. So when we move down, the fair value gap is still there. On the 6 hours chart, we're still there with the fair value gap. You get a little bit bigger even there. So if I'm to look at Euro USD today, then I will consider price coming down a little bit before I buy. So this is what I have for you for Euro USD, meaning that there is a lot of liquidity being created slightly here, which a lot of people are going to be plunged into. So I'm going to map this as a liquidity zone, or I'll just put BTMM there. So this will be our POI here. And this POI is a fair value gap. And the fair value gap is actually within the consolidative range that is going to be very tactical for this market. So I'm looking further to get a market that is going to deep dive. I'm looking further to get a market that is going to deep dive into this zone before rallying. So this is what I'm looking at the moment. So this can be an excellent point for us this can be an excellent point for us. So this is what I'll be considering. So I'll have to share this with you guys in the Telegram channel. So that's my buy view on EU. So please let me know in the comment section if you have anything else or any proposition to make about a particular market as far as EU is concerned. So that is my buy view on EU. So now it means that um also we if we are to put FIP as well, is going to be landing us at around 60% FIP level. So within 50 and 61% is not bad. It's not bad. So if I'm to look for an entry zone and a set and an SL stop loss area, then I'll be considering this. I'll be considering I'll be considering an entry here. So I'm considering about 78 pips stop loss and a take profit of about 150 and above. So I'll be considering a very big. So this is the best entry that we can do for Euro USD. So this will be my best signal for Euro USD so far. So if it comes back to that level, this is where I'm going to be hitting up. So my view on EU. So here we move. So share with me, what do you think about the analysis on Euro USD? Please share with me what you think about Euro USD. Let me get your view. Okay, somebody is asking where he can take the buy. You can take it on the anytime frame. As far that the price does not change. So if you are going to be entering, let's say on the 4 hours chart or on the 1 hour chart, the entry price does not really change. And if you come here, you're going to see that we are going to have a price level here. So this is on the 1 hours chart. So the entry is around 1.16535. So entering there has no problem. So entering at that particular level, we actually have no big issue. So that's what I think. We in terms of non-con so much the exam, peut se passer que le marché est tellement lent on ne se retrouve pas là-bas. Oui, ça peut se produire que le marché est lent, qu'on n'arrive pas à réaliser le mouvement. Donc, c'est aussi un autre truc. Ça peut être bien vrai que le marché peut se retrouver lent au cas où on ne se retrouve pas en train d'arriver là-bas. Mais si tu me demandes mon opinion, je vais te dire tout droit que ça sera la meilleure structure là-bas à pouvoir réagir. Donc, il n'y a pas de structure plus belle que celle-là où on peut réagir actuellement et en évitant les manipulations et autres choses. Donc, c'est important qu'on regarde cela. Okay, I see your view, Mr. Elomba. I can see your view. I can see your view that well. I see, I see, I see, I see, I see. What time frame is this? Mr. Elomba, please, what time frame is that? So I'm asking for Mr. Elomba, which time frame did he share? So what I'm going to just change on Euro USD is that I would just like to tell you that there are two key levels there. Okay, you can unmute yourself. You can unmute yourself. Just click on your mic, you unmute yourself. So
Okay.
I will be sharing. Yes, go ahead.
Yes, thank you very much, sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, looking at the analysis you've done already, I would like to just add a little bit to it. If we had a descending trend line on the highs down to the BTMM, then we should be looking forward to a breakout to the downside to the POI. That's my view. And then at the POI, we'll be expecting a reversal to the upside to take longs in the market.
So you are saying that if we have a breakout below the BTMM area, where are you expecting that the market should reverse? Within the fair value gap or within the 12-hour order block that I have read?
Yeah, within the fair value gap there. Yes, yes.
So your
So
reversal level is within the fair value gap.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's a little bit around where we should be having a Fibonacci retracement of 50, 61.8, something like that.
Yeah. Okay, between 61 and okay, you are saying between 61 and 50.
Between 50 and 38, yes, about that.
Okay,
Just
okay, that's
within the POI,
okay.
yes.
Okay, that's valid. That's valid. Okay. And then
Yes,
what
sir.
I actually just updated was the fact that on the 12 hours chart, I think it's on the daily. On the daily, you can see that there is more of something like an order block. And
Yes,
normally,
sir.
this order block is a very strategic zone. Price can actually whip below it, slightly below it, to grab some
Yes, sir.
liquidity. That's why
Yes, sir.
my SL is a little bit bigger. And someone was like, um, the SL is big, but it's normal. To have a 70 pip stop loss, to grab a, let's say if we are grabbing here a 70 pip stop loss to make
Yes, sir.
150 pips is okay. Considering the fact that we just need to use a smaller lot size in this movement because the stop loss is not theoretical, it is practical. Like if
Yes,
you are
sir.
entering your trade here, where can your stop loss be? But some people just want to put stop loss to prove to us that they want to go into a 1:1:50 or 1:10 risk reward ratio. Or people are
Yeah.
placing trade where the market is not yet there, or the market has come and passed. You are saying that this, that. But practically, if we were to give this market a prediction, that somebody could place a trade, then go and come back. This is what we could give. Like somebody want to place like a pending order there. That would be the best entry level.
Okay, sir.
That would be the best entry level. So from there, I think
Okay. Thank you very much,
GPUSD.
sir.
You're welcome. I think GPUSD is the next calling. So I would like to look a little bit into GPUSD. These days GPUSD has been moving a little bit uh different from Euro USD. So, but from what I can see clearly is that this market has already been moving, like it has a clear pattern, and that the market has been following so far. And where we find ourselves currently is within some key levels which the market want to create. So let me see exactly. Here it's not like Euro USD. It's giving us something a little bit different. Let me just try to get up the structures and see. So the purpose of analytical method is that analytical method helps you to well define a market and easily identify when or where you can trade. So That's one thing I want you guys to know. So this is a current price movement here. So for the past few months, this market has been pulling back quite massively. I want to see the POI that actually pushes the market. So from every indication here, this market have something similar to EU, just that it had to clear some liquidity below the consolidative area. That's from May, from the month of May. So we saw this market went a little bit below the consolidative area here. As you can see, low, low, high, high, a break to tap liquidity below it, did an M shape, break, retested a structure, and it's rallying. So our objective now is feeding ourselves into this market. Like, how can we feed ourselves into Euro USD now? If you want to take a buy, how can we feed ourselves into Euro USD? Euro USD, feeding ourselves here is going to be a little bit technical. Then I also see that we might have to use a line chart. I'm seeing something here very tactical. So right here, I think a line chart will be the best solution here. So a line chart, this is just more of a distraction because price is going to break above it. So let me not even keep it there. So it's not really necessary. So we have already confirmed that the market is bullish here. Other confirmation, see. Ali. So here we get ourselves in here. This price level started from here. It moved to this level here. Then we put here. That very similar thing on EU is also seen here. That very thing we saw on EU is also seen here. I have to revisit EU a little bit. It will be interesting if we can see we can look for a sell opportunity on Euro USD to this structure. I'm going to be looking at that, even though it's going to be a little bit counter trend, but it's necessary. So for GU, this is what we got for GU. For GU, what I'll be looking at is this base. The base has a very good volume outlet. So the volume that left this base is really huge. So you guys can see the volume here. The explosion out of this base is big. So I think, well, that this market is going to be revisiting this zone here. So bunch of liquidity line here. We are going to look for a sell opportunity on EU and GU because it's going to be quite interesting if we grab a little bit long term here. So this is going to be my long-term buy for GU. So that's going to be my long-term buy for GU. We are going to be very observant for DXY. We are going to be very observant. Guys might have to go to this block here. There's more of a breaker block here on 12 hours chart. So the DXY and a market can actually push maybe further slightly. So we are going to check that as price is going to react there. So it will be very, very important that you keep this particular update. So in that conclusion, we can clearly say that the DXY is in a short-term bullish momentum. So I'm going to look forward to see how we can grab some opportunity there. So this guy is going to go up before you can dive this level. I consider this. So this will match the entry level for EU and GU. So I'll be looking forward for a buy opportunity on the DXY because we are looking bullish. Before we get there, gold is a focal as well. The gold looks a little bit tentative, considering that we are at the all-time high for gold. Gold might not be joking. We're at an all-time high for gold. When you are on the Zoom, please always try as possible to lock your camera so you improve the quality of your network. So let's first of all keep this goal aside. On the DXY, dans un petit coin à midi. on a smaller picture, but this is counter trade. Anyway, I'm not going to give that. I'll wait for the market to react to it before we can give the instant signals. Because we can actually grab a sell on EU. We can grab a sell on a buy on DXY, a sell on EU, and a sell on GU. So we are going to get there for short term. UJ is on a critical point. DJ as well. The guys have gone crazy. So I think there can be slight opportunity. Gold is on an all-time high, and you have to be very careful. That means gold is at the price where it has never been before. Where we are, we don't know if we are going to have further push, or we're going to have a break, or what's going to happen. So at the moment, it will be important for us to observe the market keenly all through the day, and it is best for you to go to the direction of the volume flow to avoid being wicked out. So key levels are important. Counter trend is risky, and it's important for you to know where the market direction is pushing us to. So as far as crypto is concerned, I'm actually building up the list of the cryptocurrencies that you can buy and the different prices that you should expect them to buy from. I know a lot of people are trading BTC currently. So a lot of people in the community are actually trading BTC, and we cannot say that BTC is already bullish. So what is happening is just a minor price push and a very tight retracement on the way. So as far as BTC is concerned, we are still bearish on the bigger view. And this trend line for BTC is very powerful. So just mark the price level. A sell on BTC might be occurring at this price point. And we saw a lot of flat volume here that will cause more of a confluence with that price level. So BTC, we are going to be looking for a sell on BTC here. Our take profit is going to be really big. So we're going to be having something like this for BTC. So again, above that BTC zone, we have a fair value gap. So we are going to consider the fair value gap zone while implicating our entry and stop loss to be able to play around with both. So this is what we are going to be having for BTC as far as that is concerned. So this is BTC. I think this signal is going to be realized not far from now, and we can trade it even out for the weekend. We have seen price went there once, so there is a second mitigation of price in that area. So this is our entry. So this is what I'm looking at for BTC. So Come inside. Come inside, don't stay outside. So this is what I'm looking at for BTC. So I think that's all for this morning. If there's anything coming up, we are going to. Je pense que c'est tout pour ce matin. S'il y a des signaux actifs, le marché est un peu lent. On est pratiquement à 10 heures et on n'a pas de volatilité. On a vu l'or, avant qu'on se lève le matin, l'or avait déjà bougé. Donc, on va observer tout ensemble durant la journée pour voir, pour exécuter pour les meilleurs prix possibles. Donc, j'espère que la session a été bonne. So I hope the session was good. BTC. So guys, Merry Christmas in advance to all of you. Merry Christmas in advance to all of you. So for the person that was saying that he's not a member of our groups, you can actually contact us to be part. Merry Christmas in advance. If you are inviting me for Christmas, let me know so that I can show up that day. Hot, hot.